All right. We are back. And here we go. Are we starting off with a banger? You know, the more swag games you have on the card, the better the card is. Texas Southern is heading to Pine Bluff, Arkansas, where Bieniek, Dr. Bradley is apparently out with the transfer portal. What in the fuck is going on here? They should be investigated. Last time I saw, he was out for the portal. He played and scored 29 points. Now he's back out again. He was like, "Man, we lost to Valley State. I'm going back to the fucking portal." What's going on here? You kind of need to know the information of a guy that scores 29 points in a game if he's going to play or not. Texas Southern, last time they played, they only won by 7. You're getting 9.5. I'll take
playing in the portal.
It fucking drives me crazy, man. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, he has played 8 games in a row here, but I would count on him playing.
But he's in the portal.
I don't know. I think a loss to Mississippi Valley State has you officially enter the fucking portal.
Hey, Colby, I actually have a question here, and I'm putting puzzle pieces together. When did he enter the portal? Because what if he came in for the second semester?
No, it says like the injury report say. What do you mean? I'm confused. What do you mean?
Because he's only played for Pine Bluff after January 4th. January 4th was his first game. So he came in through the transfer portal.
What a name. Dr. Bradley.
Great name. Great fucking name.
Because he's played 8 straight games.
Dr. J over here, Dr. B.
And all of them are in conference.
No, he's leaving Pine Bluff, Bieniek.
He's transferring away from
Yeah.
that.
So then why didn't he play from November to December?
This is Pine Bluff. It's fucking investigation.
He's only playing conference games right now.
That's what I'm saying. These all need to be investigated. They all need to be investigated.
This is like fucking AAU. Oh yeah, you can play with us this weekend on the circuit. Come on.
I don't know. This has not really been on my radar. So, Rob says he was hurt, so that could be.
But he hit the portal. I saw this. I saw this on social media a while back.
Oh, he was
this kid started his career at Fullerton, then skipped a year, played for New Mexico State, then skipped a year and played for Pine Bluff. This guy's like a red flag all over.
Yeah, I don't know, but he scored 29 points.
Matt Schwade says he was ineligible in the first half of the year due to the New Mexico State investigation. That I can believe.
In other words, he's a red flag.
That's a big red flag.
This guy is hilarious because I googled him and like one of the first things I see is the nicholsworth.com saying Nichols University. Dr. Bradley is no longer a member of this basketball team. How many fucking schools this guy been at?
Him and Musa Cisse are cousins.
He can ball.
This guy's worse than Musa Cisse.
He's part of a murder investigation too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now he's ended the one last ride at APB while being in the portal. Shout out to Dr. Bradley.
Holy shit.
Dude, he scored. I mean, he can ball. He can ball, dude. Yeah, look, so I'm reading this from right here. January 7th. And Bradley is averaging 32.5 points a game, 7.5 boards, 3.5 assists while shooting for 65% from the field. He hit the portal, leaving Pine Bluff. Does this make any sense to you? What does this mean?
Do you want to know this kid's career record on college basketball teams in D1?
Well, hey, he was a part of Nicholls State and Northern Illinois. I forgot he made a stop in Northern Illinois too.
Dude, that's 5 schools in 4 years.
It's unbelievable, dude. He's nasty though. He's averaging 32 points a game.
This guy is 18-43 on D1 teams in his career. He played for a Fullerton team that went 6-10 during the COVID 2021 season, where they didn't really play many games. I don't know why. 2023, New Mexico State, they went 9-15 and had a murder. They cut their season short. And then Pine Bluff is 3-18.
Forget his record. What about his criminal record?
Zoom in, hold control, and zoom in with your scroll.
Because
we can't read that.
Now you're giving me a hard time here.
Well, it's so small font.
That's okay. I'm just saying that's him hitting the portal on January. When is this again? This was January 7th, 2025. He announced he was leaving Pine Bluff.
Just casually 4 weeks ago. Oh,
he announced it January 27th.
No, January 7th.
No.
7th. Yeah.
So he played one game and said, fuck this. Because he was ineligible from November to December. He played on January 4th, January 6th against Alabama A&M and Alabama State. He put up 30 points and 35 points in those two games.
Dude, he's nasty. He's nasty. He scored 29 against Valley State. Like, he can ball.
He's going to be a great open gym player at the local rec center. He's going to be
good. He'll beat me by fucking 100 points. Well, I kind of need to know if he's playing. I guess, should we assume he's playing?
I would count on he's playing. He's played only 8 games all year and 8 straight. It
don't matter if he plays. They suck either way.
Well, no. I mean, look, I get this report here, and it says he's out for the game from the transfer portal.
No, he's going to play.
Shit you out. It says out transfer portal.
Yeah, but you said he was out last game against Valley State.
I understand that. I'm just saying, if the guy hit the portal, don't you have so what, you're gonna hit the portal then play the whole season? I'm so fucking confused. You can't do that, I thought.
Ivy League players in baseball do that quite a bit, actually, because they don't get their 5th year, their grad year. And I think he's a senior. So I think if he's doing a graduate if he's graduate transferring, he can.
Well, if he's playing, I'm taking the points. Because he's good to drop 30. Give me Pine Bluff plus 9.5. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'll take the points. I have no idea. I don't know if he's playing or not.
We've officially spent 8 minutes on this fucking garbage.
His name is Dr. Bradley. He's fucking awesome. He's probably my favorite player in college hoops right now.
Catch him on Smack Digital Network, everybody, tomorrow. Don't forget your $4.99 to access it.
Look, if you want to trip to the doctor's office, pay that $4.99 to see Doc Bradley take a absolute shit. Yeah, give me the points. It's not standalone, so you don't have to bet it. But at the same time, Kent State is heading to Ypsilanti, where Bieniek and the LeBaron are known to drive around late at night.
I'm not jumping in on this one. I'm jumping out of the car.
You're out on them now.
No, I just think it's a terrible spot.
It is a terrible spot. But I'll still take EMU plus 6.5. No bet. Mac?
Only because if you think about it, EMU's playing their best ball this season. So this price is probably the cheapest it would ever be. So it's low in odds makers' eyes. And Kent State just came off the fucking blowout in a rivalry game. Yeah. I think this is just, a curb stomp spot, but I'm not going to bet it because EMU's a total wild.
Mac, what are you doing here?
I'll bet it. Give me Kent. EMU, they played a while.
Moneyline Mac, lock it up. The Golden Flash is Kent State. Ryan Hasty wants to know your Michigan rankings, Bieniek. Detroit better not be in the fucking cellar, you pile of shit. If you put Detroit, okay.
Michigan State, let's see here. Michigan State, Michigan.
Detroit.
Michigan State, Michigan. Central, Western, Oakland, Detroit, Eastern.
Wow.
Eastern hasn't left the basement all year.
Eastern got up to get the gambling scandal out of their headlines, and now they're back to being shitty.
They did go on a 3-game win streak there in conference.
They never left my basement.
Randomly popped up. It's like, what the fuck's going on?
What do you mean they never left your basement? They beat Oakland head to head.
Eastern's still in the basement. I do not.
And they beat Houston Christian. And they beat Northern Arizona, who you deemed a fucking great team this year.
It took Detroit to go 1-30 for them to be below Eastern Michigan in my Michigan power rankings.
Yeah, I'm staying away. I don't have a good feel on this one, but I got a good feel on this one. Marquette is heading to the Garden. This line has come down. It was 3.5. Now it's 2.5. St. John's laying 2.5. I'm locking up Slick Rick Pitino minus 2.5. Let's go. You want to battle?
Oh yeah, Marquette money line. Marquette's gonna win. Johnnies will win Friday at UConn. Marquette bounced back off the UConn loss. Cam Jones and company had success in this building, and we're getting Shaka back as a dog. Come on, Shaka, let's go.
Shaka could be a dog all he wants. He's no Slick Rick Pitino. Let's do it. Battle. Dundee on the Johnnies. Mac on the Golden Eagles. All right, next up, Ball State is heading to the Zipper. Take on Akron.
Kills everybody.
I mean, is this a great spot for Ball State or what?
It is. I mean, you're getting them off a blowout win on the road. Ball State is the side, but
isn't Ball State always behind the zipper? If you think of your pants, right?
I do like that. They're 4-5 on the road. I think we should bet Ball State here.
Phoenix balls behind the zipper foot soldier.
Akron's won 9 straight, man. 9 fucking straight. I'm betting Ball State.
All right, you talk me into it. I like the spot.
Double lock. I know Akron's 10-0 at home. All right, and I'm seeing 4. You can get 14.5 right now. Get that half. Get that half point. Next up, Northern Illinois is in Bowling Green, Ohio. BG's laying 6. I mean, I think we should lay the 6.
I think we should too, but Bowling Green has let us down so many times.
This is the one.
I'll lay it, no bet.
I'm gonna bet this. I'm laying the 6. I'm laying the 6 with BG. Go listen to the Bee Gees. You know, as we dance around when this thing cashes. I will also lock this. You know, I was thinking about this. I think I've bet this game 5 straight years.
Dayton kills them every time.
Yeah, it's like the lack of athleticism, specifically at UD Arena, or the neutral if they play in the conference tournament. Dayton fucks them up. I even think I cashed when it was at Davidson last year. I will lay the 8.5 with Davidson. I mean, am I crazy? This is like a smash play. I think they're going to win by 20.
I'm with you. I mean, Dayton, I think that they finally found something here recently. I think that they're going to lay it on Davidson at home. I think they're going to roll in February. They hit the January wall. They're out of that funk. Dayton rolls.
Rob Donaldson's got a G on Dayton minus the points. Bieniek, you going to match him?
No, I'm going to lock battle all of you guys. Cocktail Napkin likes this. By the way, this is 9.5 I'm seeing on FanDuel.
I see 8.5 right now.
I like the
you can have your 9.5 though. You can have your. You're gonna need it.
I like the Wildcats here. I think there's an edge. Plus, Dayton's got VCU next. They've played like total shit in the A-10 play. They're 5-4 in conference. To salvage a potential at-large resume, they need a VCU win. So I think they've circled that game. So I think this is a 2-possession game here. Locking it up.
All right, we got a battle. Dundee, Mac on the Flyers, Phoenix on the Cats. So I just want to let you know that since they've joined the conference,
they get killed every time.
Yeah, they get destroyed. So last year was a 14-point win at Dayton. The year before that, I mean, they haven't lost. They haven't lost to Davidson since father was coach.
I'm not calling for money.
I'm just saying, majorities are double digit. I mean, there was a 9 in 2020.
The Staples are gonna get ran out of here.
That was in Davidson though. In Dayton, they get fucked up in Dayton, dude.
Dayton's gonna win. Dayton's gonna win out. Dayton's gonna start rolling here. They're too good to be what they were in January. Some of these teams, I'm like, how are you losing games? I'll chalk it up to the January wall. I think Dayton's gonna start humming here.
Shout out to Mike. UD Arena, one of the GOAT arenas. I co-signed this, Mike. Great basketball environment. Shout out to the Juice as well. Next up, I'm going to keep the lock train going. Kentucky is heading into Oxford, Mississippi. Ole Miss is laying 4. I am laying the 4 with Ole Miss. I think they're going to win by 9 or 10. What are you doing here?
Yep, I'm fading Kentucky again. That one loss becomes 2 here. Ole Miss needs this game too. It's both teams coming off losses.
Ole Miss needs it more. They've lost like 4 of 5 or 5 of 6. I forget. I was looking it up earlier.
And this third straight home game. I think they got this one circled. They better athletes in my opinion. I think they wear them down. Let's go, Ole Miss.
Double lock on these Rebs. And then we go to Iowa City, where the Boilermakers are laying 7.5 points. Owen Freeman is out for the year for the Hawkeyes. Not sure how much that matters, but I'm going to take the 7.5. Purdue's off a rivalry win. Give me the Hawkeyes plus the points. No bet. What are you doing here?
I'm locking up Iowa. Iowa's had over a week off here. I think they play for their coach tomorrow. I think we'll get every now and then a pop-up Iowa spot, make a bunch of threes. Purdue is not the same team away from Mackey. Give me Iowa. Let's go. Lock it up.
Money line, Mac. Lock it up, these Hawkeyes. Next, we stay in the Big Ten. And we're going to State College, where the Gophers are catching 8. I see it at 7.5 right now. In State College against Penn State. Maybe there's still some 8s out there. Chat can let you know. I actually hesitated on this game. When I was thinking about this, I was like, is this a Penn State smash spot?
Shit, we've been saying that for a couple weeks now.
I'm on Minnesota.
I think that's everyone's first reaction. I was take Minnesota. They've been playing better than Penn State lately, but I was a little surprised at this number.
Without Puff Johnson, Penn State's 1-4 straight up.
He's a game time decision, by the way.
Yes, they haven't played great without him, but I don't know if adding him in at the last minute helps them either. And Minnesota's been scrappy. I think this is a lot of points for a Penn State team that hasn't looked great in some of these home games. So I don't know why, but I think they're getting valued a little bit too much. Cocktail Napkins got this at 4.5. So.
Yeah, but that's part of why I like Penn State. I don't think the number should be 7.5 or 8. That's what I'm saying. It's almost like the game we were talking about yesterday, where it was like the line doesn't make any fucking sense.
There's different ways of looking at that and then handling it and betting it. I see it and I'm like, oh, I like it. I'm gonna jump in on the side that I think.
Yeah, I'll take Penn State. No bet. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'll battle you, Bieniek. I think we were all on Penn State against Ohio State. I think it's a game after the game situation. I think Penn State's had 5 days off here. Make some shots here tomorrow night.
I love this from Matt Gielander. Minnesota is horrible. A lot of people think that, and that's why I think Minnesota or Penn State is this high. Odds makers don't want to have 75% of the money ideally on one team here. They want to be around 50-50. So, yeah.
We got a battle. Bieniek on the Gophers. Mac on the Nittany Lions. All right. Next up, we are going to Mount Pleasant. Bieniek has Central Michigan high in those Michigan rankings. They're laying 1.5 against Travis Lexington Steel in Miami. What the hell is this line?
Might need to fade Bieniek's ranking here.
What the hell is this line? You got Miami, Ohio in second place in the MAC. They're 16-5. They're on the road against a 10-11 CMU team who's 6-3 at home. Miami, Ohio's 9-1 in their last 10 games. This game reeks.
Yeah, they've been catching weird numbers all year. Give me the chips. I'm not betting it though.
It's gotta be right. I don't understand how they get this fucking number. Give me the chips, no bet. I'm not touching this. I'm not touching this.
This fucking this fucking Michigan. These Michigan schools are corrupt.
Miami, Ohio won by 28 in the last matchup.
Makes no sense.
Yeah. I'll take the chips. No bet. Don't bet this game.
I'm not
now this one. Western Michigan is heading to Athens, Ohio. Man, these Bobcats just can't find a way to get a dub right now. Back-to-back losses.
Little snake bitten right now.
They have injuries. We talked about the Aiden Holloway injury, or I'm sorry, Hadaway injury. However, Western high, and they've won 2 straight high in Bieniek's rankings as well.
And they just came off a rivalry win.
I'll take Western in the points. No bet. Mac, what are you doing here?
I want to bet Ohio so bad.
I'm betting the Bobcats. I think it's a good spot.
Let's go. They got to start winning some of these games. This feels like a nice spot to just drill a sorry ass team. Let's go Bobcats.
Double lock Bieniek and Mac. Double locking the Bobcats minus 9.5. I would say, don't you want to get this in now? Because this could be like 10 or 11 or something tomorrow, right?
Depends on the injuries, but yeah, it feels like a nice spot for the Bobcats. I mean, they played hard against Miami of Ohio the other day.
I just don't think they're that good this year. That's why I took Western. I think Ohio wins.
Ohio has lost 3 of their last 4. All 3 of those wins have been by 7 points or less. All of those they've been, right into the bitter end, whether it be fouling at the end or they just weren't able to get the job done in the final couple of possessions.
Yeah, I'm staying away. Fuck, I don't think Ohio's as good as I could totally see Western State. Like Ohio wins by 4 to me. That's what I think, that 4 or 5.
I just I like the idea of fading Western after this, because you look at their big win. They had a big win by 10 against Kent State earlier in the year. They dropped the total egg to Buffalo the very next game. So I just think that they're very capable of doing the same.
Wichita State is in Charlotte, taking on the Clits. So Mac, what if I told you that Charlotte? This is a battle for 13th place, by the way. Wichita, lost 4 straight, 3-7 in their last 10, heading to the Clit, where Charlotte's 1-9 in their last 10 games.
Yep.
And the spread is 2.5. Wichita is just laying 2.5. I think Charlotte's going to win this game outright.
I do too.
I think Charlotte's better than Wichita right now.
Well, and Charlotte's actually been chippy at home. They covered the Memphis game. They were in that. And then
the loss to the fucking Long Island Sharks.
That was like 2 months ago. I'm talking about recently. Then they beat USF. I like him here. And we're getting Wichita off that North Texas grinder game. So, yeah, let's go Clits.
Double lock on his Clits. Next up, we got a game in Saudi Arabia. Notre Dame, the Irish against the Saudis. Coach Hamilton's being sent to the retirement home.
They're pushing him out.
I think most people think it's a get-up spot, but remember, half the team is suing him. I'll take Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's the play here. I think Notre Dame's the better team. Plus 120 on the money line. I don't know that
Boston College loss literally did him in. They said you gotta go.
I don't know that I've ever seen a scenario that like this. He's on like he gets the the Coach K treatment of his farewell tour, but no, half the team is suing him, so it creates quite the predicament there in Tallahassee.
And Colby, have you seen the remaining schedule too? Like you could say, oh, they're gonna go out on the retirement tour, right? Well, after Notre Dame, they have Wake Forest, Clemson, Miami, rivalry game. After the Miami, they have Louisville, North Carolina, Duke, Virginia, SMU. It gets light those final 2 games, but that's a 6-game gauntlet.
Yeah, I think Notre Dame's a better team. I think Notre Dame beats them.
I love Notre Dame tomorrow. They dropped that fucking Miami game. They've stayed in the state of Florida. Shrewsbury's going to have those guys ready to go. They're going to win this game outright.
Let's go. Let's go. Double lock on the Irish. I'm your leprechaun. Next up, Buffalo heading to the rocket ship to take on the Toledo Rockets. I hate laying a big number with this year's Toledo team, but I'll lay it because I just feel like Buffalo's that bad. I'll lay it, no bet.
Just keep going. Lay it, no bet. I want no part of this fucking game.
St. Louis, this is a big game here. Heading into Amherst to take on Frank Martin and the UMass Minutemen. UMass is laying 1.5. I'll take St. Louis, man. You can talk me into a lock on St. Louis, by the way.
It kind of feels like St. Louis is the right side, to be honest. I mean, UMass has been playing really, really well. Tough spot though with the Billikens, who I think have the better roster. They have better players.
Let's bet St. Louis, dude.
Yeah, I hate to do it, but yeah, I'll take St. Louis.
Double lock on these Billikens. Speaking of locks, I mean LaSalle.
This is a lock.
Heading to Richmond, Virginia, off of the Capital Classic rivalry. I just think there's a guy out there and he knows how to get things and he knows how to get things done. And this number is just gigantic. Anytime you're facing off against this guy. So I will look, you go down to Richmond, Virginia, cigarettes still sell up in Philly. There's a shipment coming in the Carolinas. And Richmond, Virginia Slims. All right. Newports. They're all right there. And they fell off the back of a fucking truck and someone's coming down to pick up the old shipment. All right. Of course, he's got to coach a basketball game, but on the side, I guarantee you, he's going to have a few meetings under a freeway. Make sure you get the shipment. Make sure you get the Slims and the Newports back up to Philly. We can make a ton of cash on the product. 18.5. Is that what it is? Get the fuck out of here. LaSalle. Lock. You with me on this?
Absolutely. I mean, we got to fade VCU off that crazy win. Where did that come from? And they got the Dayton game on deck. They're going to win by 13.
There you go.
Maybe I'll go this.
Join. Look, you can go with your winnings. You can go out and get yourself some Virginia Slims. I prefer to buy my cigarettes from a guy in a truck, though. All right, you don't go to the store. Oh man, it's just I don't think it's ever gonna get old. But yeah, I mean that line just absurd. Vandy setting it into the swamp where they're catching 12.5 right now. That's going up a half a point. I actually think Florida's going to drill them. I'm going to lay the 12.5.
I do not love this spot for what it's worth.
Who's on deck?
Auburn, and they just played Tennessee.
But it's at Auburn.
Huge.
That's a loss.
Spot. Yeah, but they're still playing the number 1 team in the country.
Yeah,
I'll lay it with Florida. What are you doing here, Mac?
I'm not going to Vandy. The teams that play Tennessee the game after are a little bit sluggish just because it's such a physical game. I like Vandy and these veteran guards to keep this thing within striking distance. I don't think they're going to win like Missouri, but I like Vandy here.
2 max point.
What's that?
Florida began the Arkansas game down 16-3 after beating Tennessee.
Yeah.
Fair. But at the same time, you had
the number 1 team in the country.
Mississippi State, after getting destroyed at Tennessee, won a couple days later at South Carolina.
Yeah, they didn't cover though. They took overtime to win the game.
They were up double digits. So I mean, fair enough. But I'm saying they definitely were the better team that game. South Carolina just pulled that shit out of their ass. But good point. Good point there. Yeah, Moneyline Mac, locking up the doors. All right. Drake is heading to Murray, Kentucky. This is a good game. Drake's laying 5.5 at what the hell's the name of the stadium again? I can't remember. Actually, I see it at 4. It's at 4.5.
They've renamed it like 3 times. What's it now?
It's some corporate bullshit.
Yeah. CFSB Center. It used to be the Racer Center.
Yeah, that's where you should be. That's what it should be. It's the Racer Center to us. Drake is 5-1 on the road. It's enough for me. I've seen it at 4.5 right now. I'll lay it. What are you doing here?
I'm locking at Murray. Off 3 losses. They've already beaten Drake. I think they're athletic enough to fuck with Drake. So give me Murray in that building. I think they get up for this one.
Moneyline Mag, locking up the Racers. All right, Oklahoma State's heading into Houston, Texas. 22.5 is now the line. Cougs are laying 22.5. I just have to take Oklahoma State plus 22.5. I just got to. This was a 13-point game on December 30th. Now, granted, that was in Stillwater, and Houston's coming off a loss, but 22.5. I gotta give me the points at Oklahoma State.
We should bet it.
Yes, I'm in.
Houston's off of a hard overtime game on top of the West Virginia Kansas double trip. Like, Oklahoma State will lose by 15. Let's go, Cowboys.
I'm in. Double lock. How about them Cowboys? Triple lock, Bieniek?
No, I'm gonna semi-lock battle you because I want Houston in the first half. They pick apart some of these teams at home in the first half. Oklahoma State's coming off a win by either 9 or 10 or 11 against Utah. I can't even remember. But I think this is a good spot for Houston coming off a home loss, their first home loss in 3 years. What was it, 36 straight games or something like that they had won at home. I think they come out guns a-blazing and then press the brakes later in the second half. Same thing happened with Dub V. They've boat raced a couple of teams in the first half this year. So when that number comes out tomorrow, I'll be all over it.
There you go. We're all betting this game. 22.5. Take it with the Cowboys. I'm going to keep the lock train going. This line is now at 9.5. What in the fuck is happening here? This is not happening. They played on December 4th. Utah State won by 3 in Logan. Now you got to go to Laramie, Laradice, and you're getting this big of a number? Stop it. Wyoming, I get it. They're not great, but they're decent. I'm all over Wyoming here. Give me the points. I even think the money line could be live. I think it's worth the sprinkle. What are you doing here?
I'm going to battle you here. I think this is a Utah State smash off of the loss here. Got embarrassed at home. Rare loss. Last time they did that, they bounced back big on the road. Give me Calhoun and Utah State.
When's the last time Wyoming lost a home game by double digits? Maybe the Colorado State game. Was that it? Maybe that's the only. And that's the historic rivalry game. Yeah.
It's off that San Diego State game where they should have fucking won.
We got a battle. Dundee on the Cowboys. Mac on the Aggies. All right. EIEIO. Eastern Illinois is in Edwardsville, Illinois, taking on SIU. SIU's laying 7.5. We have to take the points, right?
They just went 3-0 in a week, and they were like winless before that. Don't we fade that here?
I just feel like they're rivals.
It is a rivalry. I'll lay it. I'm not betting this one.
I'll take the points. I'm not going to bet it either. Maybe if I'm up, maybe I'll jump in, but I don't think I'm going to bet it. Georgetown is in Cincinnati at the Cinta Center, taking on Go to give it to you, Xavier, the Musketeers. Georgetown won by 6 last time they played.
Yeah.
I'll take the points. What are you doing here?
I had this one, sir. I think this is a trap. I think Xavier's going to drill him. I think Xavier, like Dayton, they went through their lulls early, and now I think that they're starting to play better basketball. I think they get revenge on Georgetown. Georgetown's young, going through the dog days. Give me Xavier by double digits.
Moneyline Mac locking up the Musketeers. Jaden Epps is a game time decision as far as I see. Unless some other news is, it's been like that for a while though. Next we got the Butt Bowl on the hardwood. Baylor in Lubbock, Texas, taking on the Red Raiders. I'm seeing this now at 8.5. Texas Tech's laying 8.5. I will lock up Baylor plus 8.5.
What is this?
You in?
Yeah, this is Scott Drew's former assistant, Graham McCaslin. They're really close. It's gonna be a fun game. I think it comes right down the wire. Tech wins by 4.
Double lock on Baylor plus 8.5 points. All right, Nevada and Steve Alford heading to Colorado Springs. This could be the funniest shit ever right here. I'm seeing 10.5 now. 10.5 is the line currently. Do you remember what happened when they played on January 14th? Air Force almost won that fucking game outright. Why could this be the one? Off of the rivalry win, he was joking after the game. Like there was no pressure on him. He's just cutting jokes. Give me the 10.5 in Air Force. What's up?
I'm calling for the money line.
It was like a 5-point game. Like, I mean, it was down to 1. It was like a 1-point game with like 3 minutes left.
Yeah, I like the spread. They're 0-11 in conference. If they were ever going to steal a game, this would be it, in my opinion. After the rivalry win, now you're heading up to elevation, like the highest elevation in conference, at least.
Air Force has lost 12 straight. Let's do this. Mac, you in?
I'm laying it with Nevada. They got their attention. They should have they had their chance. Air Force is good on the road. They suck at home. They get drilled by everybody at home for whatever reason.
This team sucks in general. They're 3-19.
They've been chippy on the road, though. I mean, they fucking almost won at Nevada, San Diego State.
Well, they beat Jack State in Colorado Springs. That's their best win of the year.
Well, that was in November. I mean,
I'll take a flyer on this 10.5, Bieniek. Let's go.
I'm taking a flyer on the fucking money line.
Give me Nevada. Give me Nevada.
Are you battling?
I'm battling. Nevada's gonna win by 20.
I love this on this game of all games. We got a battle. Dundee, Bieniek, fly with the Falcons. Mac on the Wolfpack.
To Clark's point here, they did play San Diego State in overtime at home.
They did. That was their one game in league play that's been competitive.
What do you mean? Oh,
What?
you mean at home?
They lost by
almost beat
7
Nevada.
to San Jose State at home. That was competitive.
They've been more competitive on the road at Nevada,
Here's
at
Mac.
Fresno.
He's reaching.
I can't wait till Nevada smacks them by 20, and you guys will be like, "I got cute with their."
I mean, of course, that's in the cards because
that's definitely
Nevada's
an outcome that could happen. And
I have never seen the chat this many people say Air Force. I have never seen that. Nevada's going to smack their ass
because we have such a good
I've also never
now.
seen Steve Alford after a rivalry game deliver.
All right, baby.
Let's go.
Night. Nevada's winning now.
Indiana is in Madison, Wisconsin, catching 10 points. Stop it.
He says Nevada's winning now as if they weren't favored by 10.
No, winning out. Like every game. Nevada's going to get back into this dance.
I got to jump on this 10. I know
that
stinks.
right?
I got to take the 10. I got to sprinkle the money line. I got to sprinkle the fucking money line too. Plus 360, I think it is. Rob, I locked up Nevada against UNLV the last game in a battle against Mac. Me and Steve are on good.
Colby's actually had a really good read on Alfred this year, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I told you we went out to the desert, peyote, a couple. You know, he did try to slide in a Mick Ultra into the cooler, which I said, "What the fuck's this?" Right? But it's okay. It's okay.
Is Indiana going to win this game?
They could. They could.
They're going to win the game outright. This is like
sprinkle that money line.
Mike Winston, random ass win. Let's go, Indiana.
Double lock on these Hoosiers. Sprinkle that plus 360, 370, something like that. Money line. All right, next up, the Bonnies. This game, intriguing. They're going to Loyola. The Bonnies won by 1 last time they played. I think that was a neutral. I think we should bet Loyola.
I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
This is a home team series, in my opinion. Both teams really good at home. The Bonnies just played their ass off back-to-back games. Got tested at the end against Fordham. I think they take their lumps on the road here. Young team.
Double lock on Loyola Chicago. Josh, what do you work for Mick Ultra? Who's repping Mick Ultra that hard?
Josh, I thought he worked for.
I thought it was Budweiser.
Budweiser.
I guess Budweiser buys everything these days, right? Yeah,
that could be all under the same umbrella.
They buy everything. All right, send me some Mick Ultras. I'll perfect for like when my wife has people over. You know, I'm never gonna turn down free alcohol. You know what I mean? They can be wine coolers, and it's like, if you run out, you got to do what you got to do.
Ultra is my drink of choice.
Really?
Yeah. If I'm drinking them in binge.
The youth. Ultra. I read that study. I read that study on the youth not liking alcohol as much as other.
What'd you say?
What are you, 50?
I'm carrying around a little extra weight nowadays.
Oh, fuck that.
My freshman year. My freshman year in college, I was like 165.
Then you get extra steps in. Fucking don't shortcutting. Have yourself a nice fucking Miller Lite.
You're fucking 22 years old. Your go-to is Ultra? The fuck is happening to the youth?
My fucking mom's beer.
I'm 23, but whatever.
Actually, Colby, I turned 23.
I'm this many.
Buddy, we got
this many.
I feel like I am Sergeant Taggart these days. I'm like, Billy, we got to talk. Noah, we got to talk.
This is a funny clip. This is pretty good.
Everyone's calling me Taggart.
I did say I'm watching my weight, Rob. I just said I'm carrying a few extra lbs than I'd like to.
So a pound 15 ultras.
Yeah. No, these guys know I don't drink too much at all. So when I do, I'm not going heavy.
Yeah. No Bud Heavies. No Bud Heavies there.
I love Bud Heavies, man. They fuck you up. Like you forget, like
they give you a hangover, man. I feel like more than any beer. They'll give you a hangover more than any beer. Georgia Tech is at Clemson. I mean, should we bet Clemson minus 13.5?
No, they got Duke on deck.
All right, you sold me. I'm not gonna touch it then. I'll still pick it though. Are you betting Tech?
God, I mean, they kind of been chippy lately. That's a lot of points.
Not on the road. They've been ass on the road.
Isn't Brownell a fucking look ahead kind of coach though?
Isn't Stoudemire the most inconsistent coach though? They could lose by 30, and I'd be like, yeah, I can see it happening.
I want to play Georgia Tech's money line just with how Clemson is so up and down. This would be the most ACC loss ever. Yeah, I am. You talked me into it. Georgia Tech, lock it up.
I talked to you. I didn't even take Georgia Tech. I'm taking Clemson.
Like, Georgia Tech doesn't make sense. Just fucking go with it.
One Mac locking up the Yellow Jackets.
It came through for us on Saturday against the Ville.
USC is at Northwestern. Northwestern's laying 1.5 now. I'm going to bet USC. You got no Barnizer. He's out for the season. I think SC is just a better team. What are you doing here?
I'm going to battle you. I think that's the trendy pick tomorrow. Take USC. They've been playing well. I think Northwestern gets up 1 game bump without the star.
Plus in max defense.
What's that?
Plus in max defense, this is the road trip game. Like the first game of the road trip. A lot of teams have been dropping this game.
So. It's the easy one though. Into Chicago. They fly direct. It's not like they're going to State College or Lincoln or even fucking Ann Arbor.
It'll be a close game because every Northwestern game is a fucking close game.
We got a battle. Dundee on the Trojan men. Mac on them flying squirrels in Northwestern. Mojo Barnheiser's out for the year with a broken face.
No, it's a foot injury.
He says, "You expect me to trust that guy?" He's got a broken face. He's in South America getting plastic surgery. The same shit that Sammy Sosa had. Right? Chicago's got a pipeline. Just go straight into South America. It's a plastic surgery. Barnheiser's going to show up next year black. All right.
Good Lord.
What? It's not
black.
That's possible. Well, because Sammy Sosa went white, you know? You get the reference?
Yes.
I did. That was hilarious.
Is that crossing the line?
Who gives a fuck?
He could actually be black? But Sosa can be white, or Michael Jackson can be white.
Sosa's not like totally white though.
He's fucking white.
It's like an olive. It's like an olive skin.
What? Shut the fuck up, dude. Hold on.
Him and his ultras.
He bleached himself. What are you talking about?
He bleached himself.
I'm pulling this up right now. Like this is one of the more confusing fucking things.
It's hilarious.
Gabriel Gomez goes, "It's Black History Month too."
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say anything bad about black people. As I hate this fucking generation.
I'm not saying you did. I'm not saying you did.
I mean, you're telling me this guy's. I can't believe this is him. I really can't fucking believe it's him.
Damn it, Sammy.
Can we just look at this right here? I'm going to share the screen.
This shit was nasty when it came back.
Who's lying to you? You need friends.
I don't know. I just recently saw him in like not me seeing him in public, but he just did a public appearance somewhere.
Yeah, well, so does he did on the internet too, right here.
I mean, it's still olive skin, in my opinion. You can,
Olive.
Buddy.
Olive. What the fuck is olive?
Look at him before that one.
If you,
is him before.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, he is an aging Cuban. I cannot talk tonight. That's kind of what they look like after when they age.
What the fuck are you talking about? That's what they look like? That's what Cubans look like when they age?
I do believe so, yes.
You are completely talking out of your ass.
No, but he's out in the sun playing baseball 162 days out of the year.
And then there's no fucking there's no painters? There's no fucking roofers? There's no Cuban roofers? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? First off, he's from the fucking Dominican Republic.
Dominican, whatever.
Yeah. That's a ridiculous statement. That's a ridiculous statement. The reason why he's white-faced is he played in the sun.
No, that's not what I said. Stop twisting my fucking words. You're allowed to dance.
This has been a great Bieniek episode. I have enjoyed this thoroughly. Thank you, Bieniek, for good laughs.
Crossing the line and saying Barnheiser's black-faced himself. Fucking youth, man, drinking their Michelob Ultras.
I didn't say anything about you crossing the line.
But you cut in like, whoa, hey.
I was just like,
back off, Dundee, back off.
No, that's not what that was. But okay.
Fuck everybody's feelings. Say what you
want. Rob, he had plenty of Chicago pizza. He played for the Cubs. He probably Chicago pizza.
All right, let's go to this next one. Oklahoma is at the Jungle.
We should take the points.
We got to take the points. 16.5 is too big. 17.5. I'm seeing 17.5. Yeah,
let's look up Oklahoma. I know everybody will think we're crazy, but Oklahoma is a bubble team. You're going to get their best effort. Actually, I feel like they're better on the road. I know they just won by 30 against Vanderbilt, which came out of nowhere. But Auburn, off a tough road trip, had to battle in both those games. I think they kind of go through the motions with Florida on deck, win by 13.
Yeah, I'm not going to bet this, but I think you're right.
Late game, Oklahoma. Boomers.
I do think you're right.
Yeah. I'm not in a rush to bet it. I'm going to wait until try and get an 18 or something. But yeah, I'll lock up Oklahoma.
Sorry, I'm just looking up shit. But Moneyline Mac locking up Oklahoma. I mean, I'm just currently down this rabbit hole right now.
Hilarious.
I will say this. I don't think Bieniek has a point here, but looking at Fidel Castro here as he aged throughout his life. And you can tell, I mean, I guess there's like black Cuban, but he definitely was pretty fucking white. You know, if you look at that photo on the right there, youtube.com/the college experience. He that's olive complexion, right? A little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it happens when you age. I'm not lying.
Well, no, but he was never that. At least from these photos, he was never that like dark.
When you age.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying. Like, I have relatives who are Filipino, and they were like olive as fuck.
Why are you making the Philippines are on the other side of the fucking planet?
It's like it's just like when you age, the skin tone gets lighter. 100%. White people get paler.
Is that accurate? Can we research that?
Yes. Yes.
Hey, Dr. Bradley, paging Dr. Bradley. Can we research this?
Olive is green. No,
they're saying I'm getting lighter in the chat. Now I've been fucking white since I fucking came out of the womb. I'm the same white. Not getting any whiter or any darker over here.
I mean, I want to know if that's a fact. I'm going to have to do some research. Someone sent me some articles at the Colby D. Is that a fact that you get whiter as you age, no matter what part of the world you're from?
Is that what Michael Jackson said?
I just don't know that I believe this one. Bieniek just giving us gems over here. San Jose State, Fresno State, game of the night. The battle of the what is this? The Valley Battle of the Valley rivalry. San Jose State's laying 3.
This game is gonna be great.
This is great. This is my game of the day right here. Save Mart Center will be rocking 3.5. I'm seeing, by the way. Oh man, San Jose is so much of a better team, but I could totally see them losing this outright.
Yeah, me too. I'm not
Give me Fresno.
Give me Fresno too. They're kind of due, and San Jose is the kind of team that could drop it.
Yeah, no bet.
Would you guys like me to educate you on anything else about skin tones?
Oh God, what is this shit?
His Filipino cousins. Yes. This is okay. As you age, your skin tends to get lighter.
Sun damage impact.
Okay. All right.
You're
Sounds
welcome.
legit. I mean, this AI will also give you bullshit. I can tell
Sounds
you.
Sounds like a Ponzi scheme.
I'll tell you some of that AI shit. Like I know this because I have to look up the history of the rivalries in football, and they're off all the time on the AI. But
exposed to sun damage over time. I'm not kidding you on that.
Okay.
No.
So he didn't even get surgery. You're just saying he just naturally was in the outfield.
No, I'm not saying
he just fucking woke up white one morning, huh?
I didn't. I never said that.
Steve Bartman turned him fucking white. He fucking took that foul ball from it and said, "Fucking."
You know what I need to do?
It was Moises Alou, right? Or was that Sammy? Who did Bartman take the ball from? Was it Alou or Sammy?
Alou.
Sammy was in right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen
the Cubs turned him into a cracker?
Have you guys seen Madonna like in the past 5 years?
Yeah, every now and then.
Like she looks like we should start. You know what I should start doing? Every time we show the Colorado State logo or the VCU logo, I should just load up this youtube.com/the college experience right there on the right. I mean, why did you get that surgery? I don't understand. I can't believe that's Madonna. I cannot believe that is fucking Madonna. I mean, let me just dive into this one.
What about that one chick? How many surgeries?
Look at that. Who lies to you this much? Your circle of friends is fucked. You know it is because you'd be like, guys, I'm thinking about getting this. They'd be like, no, don't get this. Like, what? You know, how do I look? Oh no, you look good. You need some friends. You need some friends. That is the logo of the Colorado State Rams.
What about Kanye West's girlfriend that just shows him butt ass naked at that fucking event?
Dude, that Antonio Brown tweet was incredible. That little kid peeking around the curtain at the tits. So good.
I mean,
so good.
I just can't get over that. That's fucking Madonna, though. You like if you had told me that after Like a Virgin or whatever.
All right, let's get this.
And then you show me that. I'm fascinated by this.
There's gonna be a bunch of Kanye West girlfriends at this game in Tempe. Fucking butt ass naked, tits flying out. Fucking welcome to Tempe, everybody.
This is a good spot for I guess for both teams, right? Because K-State, Arizona State's coming off the rivalry loss. Yeah. K-State's coming off a huge rivalry win. Sun Devils are laying 2. I think Vegas is telling you. Give me the Sun Devils -2. What are you doing here? I see 1.5 out there, by the way.
I think everybody's going to jump on Sun Devils. I think they're counterfeit. I'm locking up K-State. I said this for 2 weeks. I think K-State has turned a corner. They have a lot of margin of error to make up, though. They got a long way to go. They basically got to win out to get to the dance. So I think K-State rolls again here. better team, better roster. I think they win here.
They got a coach from Trinidad, right? Yeah. He'll be white in a week, Bieniek. He's in his 50s. Shout out to the great Jerome Tang.
Hilarious.
Next up, we're going to Westwood. Michigan State and Tom Izzo catching 3, 2.5. I see both out there right now. This is one of the new Big Ten games that I gotta say I'm actually kind of looking forward to this one.
Izzo versus Cronin.
I think that's the angle for me.
Two miniature head coaches that like to scream. This one will be very entertaining. Lots of cuts to the head coaches with their faces right here. Good stuff.
Bieniek.
Mick Cronin, he should take the Notre Dame job at some point. It'd be great. You could dress him up as a leprechaun.
He would be great.
Dress him up as that fucking leprechaun. I think Michigan State's the play. Give me Michigan State plus the 3. Sprinkle the money line.
They've stayed out west. They've practiced.
Just take the money line, right?
They've practiced in this arena. Izzo off a loss. Got those guys trapped in a hotel, fucking getting after them. They're going to get ready to go end this 5-game UCLA win streak. Sparty, baby. They can bang with UCLA.
I'm in. Double lock. Sparty plus 3. Next up, Boise State's heading to Vegas, laying 3.5.
I'm gonna follow your lead here. Where do you want to go here? You want to take
Boise? I actually think I like Boise here.
I think they're more together. I'm trying to think UNLV might be quitting.
That's another job that's going to be open.
Yeah.
I'm going to lay I think it's 3.5 right now though. So we have to lay 3.5, but give me Boise minus 3.5. Lock it up.
Yeah.
Double lock on the Broncos. And the final game on the slate, Arizona's headed to the Super Soaker to take on BYU. BYU's laying 1.5. I think we should take BYU, right?
Both teams red hot. I mean, BYU's won 4 in a row. They just played in Florida on fucking Sunday or Saturday.
Ooh, that is.
I'm betting Arizona. I think Arizona, they got the magic right now. I think
you talked me into it. I forgot the Florida angle.
They have the better travel spot here. I mean, BYU's coming back 3 time zones. So let's go. Let's go Wildcats.
Double lock on Arizona. Wildcats. All right, and that is the slate. Top plays of the night. I'm on Ole Miss. And this is in no particular order, but Ole Miss is one that I felt really good about. I also feel good about Dayton against Davidson. That's 2 more to go. Let's go to the likes of, I'm going to say Indiana plus 10 against Wisconsin is going to hit. That's 3. And at number 4, I do think it is St. Louis against UMass. Mac, fire.
How many did you give out? 4 or 5?
4. I gave away 4.
I love Marquette early in the night. It is early in the morning currently. I love Sparty. Second leg of that road trip to get a split there. I love. Let's see what else I love. I love K-State going out west to Tempe and getting another win and continuing to roll into that Kansas game. And then I love Ole Miss. I'm with you. I think they take Kentucky.
Let's add a 5th. Loyola.
Yeah, I like that one. Here, I'll be different. I love Arizona late in the night. Okay. The teams that have been coast to coast travel have been dog shit the first game back. So yeah, I'm fading BYU tomorrow in that spot.
Bieniek, fire.
I love the Houston first half angle there, coming off a loss in the Fertitta, where they have. I mean, that was their first loss in I think 3 years at home. Oklahoma State also coming in a little fat and happy after a conference win that's been kind of rare this season for the Pokes. I like the Cougs to stomp them early, but then tap the brakes late. Air Force plus 10.5 against Nevada after the Wolfpack, win their rivalry game against UNLV. Now they go up to Colorado Springs. I think the Falcons could win that one. I think there's a world where there's multiple different variations of how this game could go out. I like Minnesota plus 7.5 against Penn State there. Cocktail Napkin likes this one, has the Golden Gophers 4.5. And then I like Ohio minus 9.5 against Western Michigan after they just beat Eastern Michigan.
There we go, folks. Give Noah Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_. Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at TheColbyD. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Remember, if you play center field, you are, black, brown, you are turning white. You are turning white if you spend enough time at center field.
They always come over to the white side in the end.
At Wrigley Field, who knew? Anyway, folks, check out everything else. College Baseball Experience, Big Ten preview tomorrow. I know a lot of people say the Big Ten plays baseball. Bieniek, what would be your reaction to that?
Are they white over there?
Yeah,
too?
we are the home of historic powers, USC, UCLA. This year we have a top 25 team in Oregon that's supposed to be really good. We also have a top 25 team in Nebraska. All of them established big-time college baseball powerhouses in the Big Ten. How about that? The conference all of a sudden got better.
Watch out, though. Play your games in a dome. Ricky Henderson, people don't know this, but he dyed white.
Yeah. Minnesota's
rest in peace to the great Ricky Henderson.
Minnesota's tournament has been off for 2 years. Their Cambria Classic, where they play inside the Vikings football stadium.
That trash venue.
So I think they're renewing it next year.
Fucking that shitty venue.
Beat him right up.
Yeah. Jeez.
I mean, he put it on a tee for me. So
remember when they played? Remember when they played at Huntington Bank for a couple of years? That was like, and they used to play at the Met, the old Met. Oh man, they used to be a franchise. Folks, check out the College Football Experience. The Big 12 schedule is out, and we're gonna break it all down. It's actually coming out tomorrow, I think, on TV. They see that they pushed it a day, but some of it is out.
11 a.m.
Yeah. We'll have a reaction to that as well. So check out the College Football Experience. Check out. Remember, get on over to YouTube. That's the hub for all of our stuff. YouTube.com/the College Experience. Also check out the Sports Gambling Podcast. Obviously, Super Bowl, everything going on. The Bottom Line Bombs with my pal CJ Sullivan. Check it out. Until next time, folks. This is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Yeah, it's got me thinking about the good shit the minute that I seen your grill again. It made me good trip, good dog the mind back like dog but wind that. Man, I didn't get mad when you near me hit the can back, but the comings on was strong. Now my shit's coming along, you know the song. The truth is I'm pretty much on fire again. It's heating up for real, I'm alive again. And that's the attraction factor. Vancouver, Michigan with my rap disaster. Yeah, you know you want it how you want it. No need to trip cause I got it, doggone it. It's all yours and the extras too. All the super music and the sex for hope. Just get it straight cause you caught me in a good mood. Let me demonstrate what this time of year could do. Sing it. Yeah, last time you got the hot chick that I made, I was not the hot shit. Why? Going through them transitions, wham the sin, damn listen. I can make the biggest chain glisten and wouldn't have shit to do with shit but some chips in. I don't get down like that. I'm the super rap mammal with the crown of back. I'm so sore thumb, sticking out like some stick gum. Out the back with the beat smack. It's dumb, dumb hot, crazy sun hot. More often than not, and not monotonous. And got the hiss in the whole spot to miss. Bottoms up, cause I'ma just beat the damn guts to submission. It's in the job description, that's what I was missing.